Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with May I Scraplift You for day 8. And today we are scraplifting my friend Mel, and she is Mel W Scrapping on YouTube. I'll have all her information below. And she actually did this creation for Mixed Media Mayhem Scraplifting Angelica DeBruin, I think it says. So I am not doing a whole lot of mixed media, just a little bit of ink or splattering, but I am going to use mixed media paper, and I'm going to document my sister's family at the beach this year. And I'm using my Discover and Create by Vicki Boutin. I have been hoarding this. You'll notice there's not a lot missing. So, but I am going to try and get some of it used up. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my picture, and this awesome layout. So let's see how this goes. So I start with a mixed media background, one of the pre-made ones by Vicki Boutin. Let's get my words together. And I am going to use that for my background, and then I use this scrap of paper that came from the paper pad, and I mat my picture. I left it at 4x6. I matted it kind of thick, and then I take this scrap and just make circles. I knew they wouldn't be full circles, but as long as I had that curve, I knew that I would be able to use those. Now my circles are a little bit bigger based on what I'm looking at on Mel's sketch or layout. Mine are bigger than hers, but I didn't feel like turning on my Cricut. And I hate the way that when I cut circles on my own, they are usually a little wonky. Now, I didn't do too terrible. Other than these two big ones right here, the rest of them I cut by hand, the bigger ones, I cut by hand with my little paper stencils, just because it's easier. And and they're not bad. They're fine. I'm definitely better now than I used to be. So I just used scraps for all of the circles. I did not pull out any new paper. And so I've got the yellow. I've got some gray. I didn't want to do too much gray since I've got that gray in the background. And then the other side of that purple paper is this circled paper. And so anytime I felt like there was enough of the circles on the other side of the purple, I wanted to bring in some color. So it's not all just purple, yellow with that hint of gray. So I just tucked those in different places. Kind of similar to hers. She does have two smaller pictures, and I'm using one 4x6 is really the biggest difference. And then I put these two loosey-goosey circles that I have left over at the top and the bottom. I have them go all the way to the side, and I'm going to make it a banner kind of like she has, except she's got like her circle on the top of the banner, or like on top of the little fishtail. But I'm going to have mine actually coming out from those circles, because you can see over here where I've picked some things out over on the right side. But then I bring these flowers out just to give it a little bit more color and a few more circular-ish patterns. I didn't want to bring in any other real shapes other than like the little fishtail banner. I do initially start thinking I'm going to title this Our Crew, but I have a picture of all of us that went to the beach and decided I would hold off and use Discover and Create to document that picture as well. And I will use that title because this is only my sister's crew. And it's actually missing one because my niece couldn't go to the beach this year. She is finishing up school. And so, but I did love this capturing the vibe, because we did a lot of lounging around this year at spring break. It was the perfect vacation. We laid around, we napped, we went to the beach when we wanted to, we went to the pool at our house when we wanted to, we walked across the street and got slushies when we wanted to. We cooked dinner almost every night. We didn't go out to dinner. We went to the mall once. Other than that, we just stayed at our house the whole time. It was just perfection for the crazy year that we've had. And I just was so grateful for it. So this really was capturing the vibe, because we did a lot of sitting around and relaxing, hanging out on our phones. But at this moment, we had kind of all gotten rid of our phones, other than, obviously me taking a picture with it. So that's why I decided to pick this little it says Unplug, because, we'd all been sitting around playing games on our phone. Or my nephew, who's the big gigantic one on the very end in the yellow, he was playing trivia games with us all night, and he was reading us trivia from his phone. But we had all put our phones down, and I took this picture of the four of them And if you can't see the 4, number 4 is in the middle, and that would be my Nef pup, Pax, whom I adore. I've documented lots of pictures of him before, and so I'm excited this Sunday is Mother's Day, and I get to go hang out at my sister's, and I get to hang out with my Nef pup and my nephew too. I mean, obviously I love him, but I'm excited to spend some quality time with my little Nef pup. And then I decided I do want to add a little mixed media. So I just take spun sugar, which is a pretty good match for the pink in this collection, and cover my picture and splatter it kind of in a diagonal from the top left to the bottom right. And then I'm done. I love the way that this turned out. This is such an easy layout if you want it to be. Obviously, Mel put a lot into it, did a lot of dimensional stuff. I love her layout. So, you know, you could dress it up as much as you want and go all out like she did with Mixed Media, which of course it was for Mixed Media Mayhem, so you want to. Or you can kind of bring it down to where I use pre-made Mixed Media, and I think this layout took me about 30 minutes, and I do love the way it turned out. So anyway, I hope that you're checking out all the people we're scraplifting. Mel's information will be down below in the description box. All the other people who are hopping along, I would love it if you'd go check them out. They are lovely, and I'm so excited to find some new people that Crystal with Pineapple Papers has found for us. If you liked my video and or my layout, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a great day. I hope again that I will see you soon. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.